We'd like to thank the sponsor for the show, Game Up. They make a thirst-quenching adult beverage with a special blend of electrolytes. Comes in 4 flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape.
And it's only 110 calories. It's low carb, so no guilt. Just enjoy your Game Up. UFC 307, Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree, Light Heavyweight Championship. Pereira is just a active fighter. He keeps going here. He keeps defending his title. I'm all for it. I love both these guys. Let's get to this card.
Of note for this card is it's in Salt Lake City, so there is some elevation, so that may play a factor into some of these fights, but the whole card is fire. So leading off the entire fight card on the early prelims, Court McGee versus Tim Means. That is such a fun fight. Casuals probably don't know who these guys are, but people who have been around a little while. That fight's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that one.
I'll go with Means. I don't know about you.
I'll go with Court. I think it could go either way. Yeah, I like both guys. I just want a fun fight. But Carla Esparza has her retirement fight that night on the prelims against Tisha Pennington. Both ladies have been out because they just had kids. So good. Hopefully they do some nice video package because Carla was, the first champion for strawweight women. So, and then Ryan Spann versus OSP is on the prelims as well. That'll be real fun too. Good luck to OSP. I think he's going to need it. And then was on the main card, but got moved down to the featured bout of the prelims, Wonderboy versus Joaquin Buckley. Yeah. This has potential to be fight of the night.
That's incredible. Wonderboy is getting older. I think I'm going to lean towards Buckley in that one, but man, it could go either way. I like both of them, but I'm always kind of root for Wonderboy. He's such a good guy and a dynamic fighter. That should be fun.
I think stylistically, this is a good matchup for Wonderboy. I think, he's definitely lost some speed, but he's still very quick. So if he can avoid, getting blitzed and had a big shot land on him, I think he outpoints Buckley for sure. Main card, let's go. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland.
Roman is 13-3, 7 KOs, 3 subs, 3 decisions. He's 7-3 in the UFC. He's never been finished as a pro. Kevin Holland, 26-11-1, 14 KOs, 8 subs, 4 decisions, 13-8-1 in the UFC. This guy, he's tied Roger Hucho and Neil Magny for most wins in a calendar year in the UFC, most bouts in the 12-month period in the UFC, 7 from May 2020 to April 21. Loves to stay active. He loves to go for finishes. He's fought everybody. I'd say he's a little inconsistent at times. I'm going to pick him. I don't know. I hope he's on, but I could see this fight going either way. I'll go with Kevin Holland with a submission. I'll say he gets a choke, guillotine choke, round 2.
I'm desperate for Holland to get on a win streak. I think he's so much fun. He's such a great character, but he has an obvious weakness, and that's wrestling. Roman's pretty well-rounded. I think if he can, he's going to try to hold Kevin down, which will open up some submission opportunities for Kevin, who is a Travis Lutter black belt. He has them. He has all those very long limbs. He can lock some stuff up, but I don't think that that's his clearest way to victory. I hope that Dolidze decides he wants to strike, and that'll give Kevin some opportunities to work him on the feet. He can set traps for him. He can style on him a little bit, maybe land some flying knee or something. But I think safe money would be on Dolidze getting a decision win with a lot of takedowns. Even if he doesn't do a lot with the takedowns, he mixes them in enough to throw Kevin off. So I'll pick Dolidze by decision. Ketlen Vieira versus Kayla Harrison.
Vieira is 14-3. She's got 2 KOs, 4 subs, 8 decisions. She's 8-3 in the UFC. This is the fun stat here. Highest takedown defense percentage in UFC women's bantamweight division history at 92.9%. So that's good. You're going to need that because you're going up against Kayla Harrison, 17-1. 6 KOs, 7 subs, 4 decisions. She was
2 Olympic judo gold medals.
Harrison's thing is she takes everybody down and beats them up. Caitlin, I love that statistic on you. It's definitely what you want, but I don't think you're going to be able to stop Kayla Harrison here. I got Kayla Harrison, submission. I'll say Caitlin gets out of the first round. We'll say, again, submission round 2.
Caitlin is very strong for a bantamweight as well, but nobody is stronger than Kayla. Kayla looks like a tank at bantamweight. Caitlin's probably better on the feet. Not more powerful, but technically better on the feet. But it's just a matter of time before Kayla gets her down. So she's going to get her down, submit her, and then call for a title shot. So I'll say that she gets it done in round 3. I think Ketlen is tough, and she's going to take a beating when she gets on the ground. But I think she'll survive until, round 3. Very fun fight here. Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista.
Mario Bautista is 14-2, 3 KOs, 6 subs, 5 decisions, 8-2 in the UFC. But Aldo, he's a legend. 32-8, 17 KOs, 1 subs, 14 decision. He's already in the UFC Hall of Fame. He was a UFC featherweight champion 2 times, interim champion, and he had most successful title events in the UFC history with 7, I believe, in that featherweight division. So Aldo's been around the block, but the thing about it is he still fights very, very well, and you still got to be at a certain level to beat him. And I don't know if Mario Bautista, who's really good, is at that level yet. I will take Jose Aldo by decision.
Bautista has won 6 in a row, but he's relatively unknown. I think the UFC is doing Aldo dirty, trying to feed him to Mario, who is a beast. Mario has all these wins, but obviously Aldo is a great name on the resume. And I think the UFC's, they have an idea that they'd like to maybe build Mario here. But that being said, I think Aldo is still Aldo. And stylistically, this is a good matchup for him. It's not someone that he has to worry about a lot of takedowns. It's going to be mostly a Muay Thai match. And that's where Aldo thrives. So I think he plays spoiler and he gets a round 1 TKO. I think Mario goes in there feeling confident. Maybe he lands a couple shots and Aldo touches him up and then finishes him with some left hook to the body or something. Our first title fight of the night, Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Pena.
Raquel Pennington, the champ, 16-8, 1 KO, 4 sub, 11 decisions. She was on the Ultimate Fighter 18, so she's been around for a little bit here. She's had a lot of fights. Pena was actually on that season too, now that I think about it here. I don't have that written down, but she was. Pena was 11-5, 3 KOs, 5 subs, 3 decisions. She's 7-3 in the UFC. She's the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. She won the Ultimate Fighter, actually, on that season. And here's the thing. Raquel Pennington is tough. She's a dog, as they say. She'll grind out decisions. I think Pena might be a little more dangerous. I think she'll be able to get her on the ground. Pena beat Amanda Nunes before. I think that was probably an off night by Amanda Nunes. But beating Amanda Nunes on an off night, it still says a lot, and I don't know. I just feel like I see Pena being able to take her down at some point here, and I think when she does, I think she's going to get some ground and pound. I think we're going to see a new champ. I say round 3.
First off, whoever wins is getting demolished by Kayla after this. So I think stylistically, she's a bad matchup for both girls.
Yeah.
But as far as this fight's concerned, I would normally say Pena is a shoo-in, but she's been out for a couple of years. Plus, like you said, Pennington is a dog, and she's on a great win streak. She has like 6 or 8 wins in a row or something like that. I think I'm going to pick her to drag Pena into deep water and do what she does and grind out a close decision win.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. So you're right about that inactivity. That's something to be considered. So we'll see how it happens.
Plus, coming back with the ring rust plus the altitude factor, and Raquel is such a dog, getting tired is not going to affect her. She's going to just keep going. So I think there's a lot of variables that lean towards her. Even if I don't think she's more skilled than Pena at anything in the octagon. But main event, super excited for this stylistically, even though a lot of people are hating on this fight. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree Jr.
Roundtree Jr. is 13-5-1, 9 KOs, no subs, 4 decisions. He's had performance of the night 4 times, 3rd most knockouts in UFC Light Heavyweight Division history, 3rd most knockdowns landed in UFC Light Heavyweight Division history. And then you got Alex Pereira, who's 11-2, 9 KO, 2 subs, and he's already been a 2 weight class champion. He was an elite kickboxer and a 2 weight class champion at that. And we've never really seen anybody go from kickboxing to MMA and been this successful other than Israel Adesanya, who took his time and had more fights than this. But Pereira has just had this rocket ship climb. He continues to work on everything. He's humble. He's a workhorse. It's a dangerous fight because of the way Roundtree fights. He could catch Pereira. Don't think he couldn't. That being said, stylistically, it's a great fight for Pereira too. So I'm going to go Pereira. I think this train keeps rolling in. I got a bad feeling possibly something could happen, but I'm going to ignore it because common sense just tells me Pereira's going to win this. This might not get out of the first round because both the way these guys like to fight, but I'll say it goes into round 3 and we're going to have some fireworks. Round 3 TKO. Alex Pereira wins.
Yeah, this is such a fun fight. Assured to be a kickboxing match, which will be great for a main event when it's, 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever. I wonder what the odds are on a takedown even being attempted in this fight. I think
Right.
the only way I see that happening is if somebody gets hurt, they drop to the ground and try to grab a leg. That's the only way I see a takedown attempted. So Khalil has great power, but obviously Alex has a technical advantage and loads of power himself. I think Khalil's best chance is to just try to rush him early in the first round, maybe catch him off guard, hit him before he gets in a rhythm and starts setting traps for Khalil. Because Khalil, he throws everything with 100% power. He's so powerful, and he can actually back Alex up. I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think he's going to come out and try to be measured, and, you know, he is a great kickboxer, but I think just technically not as proficient. So I think we're going to see a great striking match, particularly brutal leg kicks from both guys. We know Alex has that little calf kick he does that is just nullifies so many guys. And then we have Khalil does that jumping side kick to people's legs he tore that one guy. I can't remember his name now. He has a very long name, but he tore that guy's ACL and he's been out. He's only had one fight since then. That was years ago. So I think after they throw a few leg kicks at a while, eventually Alex sets him up for that left hook and he catches him. So I'll say round 4 TKO for Alex. Chama.
Okay. Well, there we go. So we're thinking this is going to go a few rounds, but ultimately Alex will get the finish. And if it goes a few rounds, this is one of those fights where I'm saying it's probably going to be pretty entertaining.
I would not be upset if Khalil won. I'm a big fan of Khalil as well. So I like both these guys. So
yeah, when I say like a bad feeling, I mean like I have this feeling I could just feel like an upset coming. Like I won't be upset about it at all. I'll feel bad for Alex because I really like him a lot too. But yeah, it'd be a great story for Khalil Rountree to kind of stick it to all his haters too and pull this off. But I don't know. At the end of the day, like I said, like you said, I just got to go Pereira just because it is going to probably be a striking match, and I would just favor him in any of those.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape.